Okay, so welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the profit quadrant, or the four ways that you can increase and grow your profit. I think this is so important because at the end of the day, when it comes to marketing, it's really easy to spend a lot of money and not make more profit. And ultimately, in business, you're trying to make more profit. And so, by having a clear strategy for each one of these four areas, it just enables you to really understand and master your marketing and ensure that all your time, effort, and energy that's going in on the front end is actually bringing out a profit or increasing your bottom line on the back end. Okay, so the four ways that you can increase your profit in business. Now, these are pretty well the only four ways universally, or the only four major ways. So the first one is pretty simple, it's get more customers. And that's what I guess a lot of these videos are about. That's why you're looking at marketing is you want to get more people into your business. So having a clear strategy, how are you getting more new business into that top of the funnel, into your business so you can make more sales. Okay, that's, as I said, it's really obvious, but the thing is with getting more customers is also probably the hardest and most expensive one of these four. Okay, now number two is how do you get your customers to spend more per transaction? Okay, so it's probably a really simple case of the upsell, but it's not always that obvious. You know, we're not McDonald's going through a drive-through where we can just ask them, "Do you want fries with that?" So sit down and get a little bit creative, but really think about how are you maximizing your transaction value per sale. You know, and particularly in the building and construction space, you know, are you even offering other services, or are you just doing a quote to what the customer asked for and leaving it at that? Quite often by just having an extra bonus or an add-on or another service or product that you can sell at that point of sale and just offering that to every customer, you'll have a certain amount of people that will take that up, and over the year that'll increase your average transaction value. So okay, so that's number two. Number three is getting them to spend more often. So again, once you've had a customer who's used your product or service, they're happy with you, and then they leave, how are you getting them back into your system? You know, we can always assume that if they've used your product for one thing, what can you offer them? How are you going to communicate with them firstly to get back in front of them? Are you going to use email? Are you going to use Facebook? I mean, how are you going to communicate with them again to keep them in your sort of marketing ecosystem? And then what are you going to offer them so that they'll come back and rebuy from you or repurchase from you? And again, it's about sitting down and getting a little bit creative about this because it might not be obvious at first, but I promise you that if you can master number two and number three, then you'll increase your profit significantly. Now, number four is probably a bit of housekeeping, but I still think this is, well, I don't think this is the most powerful way to increase your profit, and that is by managing your costs. And ask me how I know this. You know, I learned this one the hard way. I can tell you, I spent years and years just thinking if I made more money and if I made more sales, it'll all take care of itself. But the problem is, the more money you make, the more you spend, the more wasteful you get, the more stuff you've got on your plate. So it's harder to sort of focus on, you know, the daily goings on sort of your costs. But I can tell you now, by sitting down each month and having a dedicated meeting around how you're reducing your costs, what you've spent your money on the month before, and just looking at how you can sort of streamline that and run your business lean. Because at the end of the day, lowering your costs is actually the fastest way to increase profit because you're using the revenue that you've already got, and you just, you know, you're obviously keeping more of that for yourself. So, you know, obviously, if you're a client of mine, you've got this document in your marketing brief folder in your OneDrive folder. Otherwise, if you're sort of just coming across this video, just, you know, take out a pad and pen, you know, write down these four areas. You know, how am I getting more customers? How am I getting them to spend more per transaction? How am I getting them to spend more often? And then how are we lowering our operating costs? And having one clear strategy, each one of these quadrants is the fastest and easiest way to grow your profit and increase your bottom line. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.